Hi guys, what's up? It's Joe Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video it'll be for Love Island 2025 Season 12 Episode 19. I'll leave a link down below to Episode 18. Of course, it's going to be spoilers. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So Yasmin spoke to some people. Ben spoke to a few people as well after they had their row. Harry and Helena spoke, and then she sort of felt a change, I guess, after 2 days, away from him or something. Or she could see a change with Harry and Shakira. Giorgio and Tommy spoke. Tommy pulled Emily from Ramel, said she looked lovely. They had a nice chat. Emily touched Tommy's leg when he made her laugh. Shakira, Alima, Tony and Megan spoke. Ramel, he's not getting an apology, Alima says, and Alima says, I think Ramel regrets not taking Poppy. Yasmin and Helena spoke about Ben. Emily and Megan spoke. Basically, it's pretty much wife swap for them too. Ramel is back in the bed, but of course not allowed to hug or all that with Alima. Shakira gave Harry little kisses in bed. She was on top. Meg and Dejan spooned. Tony and Harrison kissed. The others did nothing. Harry made Shakira a drink and then mumbled something. Yasmin, Tony and Shakira were speaking. I think they mentioned like Ben's head is like Mallorca or something. He needs to be humbled, Ben, they said. Dejan, Ben and Ramel spoke. Tommy, Giorgio and Harry spoke basically about the chat with Emily. Helena and Harrison went to the Hamperline. He never pulls her for chats, so we'll see if this happens in the future, if Harrison's going to pull Helena. Giorgio isn't Helena's type. She's saying she's not feeling it, and he's very serious most of the time. Emily and Tony spoke. Shakira joined. Yasmin pulled Giorgio. Giorgio was saying her posture is phenomenal. Sorry, I can't say it. But she's saying she's picky. He's a bit picky. Picky's a good thing sometimes, being picky. Tony pulled Harrison. Shakira said Tony might look stupid. So just watch out, because she's not speaking to anyone else, but he of course has more attention. Harrison was then going to grab Shakira. He needs to be better at communicating, she said. But yeah, as soon as Helena and Tony speak, he's done, because they're going to find out what happened. Tony and Helena spoke. Yasmin was there as well. Helena spoke to Connor and Megan about the chat with Harrison. Connor and Harrison were going through the beds, the couples, not good, not good, not good, okay, good, whatever. Harrison, Harry, Dejan and Connor were talking, and then Harrison was basically saying, Helena, hide away, but it stays between us. Harry was no, not interested in G, wants me, or something like that. Emily, Megan, Meg and Helena spoke. Helena pulled Giorgio and basically was honest about the situation, and just ended it. And he was quite civil with it, to be honest, but he gets another chance basically, because there's going to be more bombshells, so he's going to have lots of opportunities. So it's not all doom and gloom. Harry was don't kiss Helena or you're sacked, or something like that. Or if you don't kiss her, you're sacked. Harrison pulled Helena. Emily was a shock open mouth, it was in front of her. Tony fell to the floor after they were going to the hideaway. And then Tony said, if they kiss, they're done. But Helena is very sneaky. I think Tony said she's a sneaky bee. Harrison touched Helena's leg, kissed her twice. Harrison said he was nervous, but he was joking, I think. Then he had red lipstick on his bottom lip and his teeth. Helena smudged hers too. He's feeling Helena more he's saying, even though he had a date with Tony the other day. So yeah, Helena was called B and a weirdo from Tony while she was gone. Harrison then pulled Tony, and then she said, "You're weird for that. You two are both weird." Like, she was going to walk off. It was like, speak here, you know, let's have a conversation. But they're over it, she said. And then she said to, or Helena, I think, said, shut the F up. Shakira was like backing her, like, don't tell her to shut up, to Tony. Well, to Helena, saying it about Tony. Tony then pulled Helena. Emily then said to Harrison, look what you've effing done. But then they were like, how's the kiss? Megan asked, and he said it was good. Shakira and Harrison spoke. There was an argument. They were eating sweets in the distance. Then they got a text during the argument to gather around the fire pit where the results of like your favourite boy and favourite girl were announced. So in no particular order, the boys who were at risk were Ben, Ramel and Harry, and the girls at risk were Tony, Shakira and Megan. Only one girl and one boy would be leaving, and that decision was down to the public. I think it would have been a different scenario if it was the Islanders, but the people that were dumped were Ramel and Megan. I think they would have got rid of Ben. Harry, they would have kept him because of Shakira. Ramel, keep him because he might find another connection with someone else. And then maybe they could have got rid of Tony. Just because, yes, I know she's American and there's Harrison, but I don't think there's much else for her. Yes, she could have someone else could walk through the door, but I don't know. Shakira, of course, with Harry, you'd keep her, and Megan, you'd keep her because of Connor. But yeah, it's sad, really, seeing Megan go and Ramel. And, you know, Ramel literally got back from the sleepover and then now he's gone, but hey-ho. But a few things that are on the app. So the first look, Tony's rattled as Helena and Harrison get close. Helena plus Harrison equals hideaway. On YouTube, Ben and Yasmin have a blazing row. That was like from the other day. She said, like, not really the climax I was hoping for at the end of a relationship. Climax? Never heard of her. And then, if I want you, I want all of you. I don't just want to be your mate. Could you be pals with an ex? I think, well, Helena said that comment at the start. And then, yeah, Megan and Emily compared their village lives to wife swap. Minus his irrelevant comment, Ben handled his argument perfectly, he said. And then, yeah, Yasmin talking about Ben's head being as big as Mallorca. You can't confirm, like, it would take an hour to drive from one side to the other. Yasmin and Giorgio, I don't know what you think. Is it a cute couple? Is it a friendship at the most? Like, we'll just have to see what happens with them. And sort of, like, would you let people get in your head about relationship? I think people were trying to get in Tony's head, especially Shakira was trying to get in her head. And then when Tony was like slow-mo to the floor, I don't know if we've seen that in the past, but like what situation like would you go to slow-mo falling on the floor? How Harrison described his relationship with Tony to Helena like an old married couple. Of course, they had their first kiss. We predict a storm brewing when Tony hears about this. Meg was eating jellies whilst commentating on the drama. Me right now watching with a mouthful of chocolate buttons can relate. So yeah, Megan was dumped. It seems it's not always the look of the Irish. Megan is the next Islander to be sent packing. This OG explored connections, broke hearts, and gave us some cracking one-liners along the way. And Ramel's heading home. He was riding high with Alima until he explored a connection with Poppy at the sleepover, causing a bumpy end to his Love Island journey. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.